Hi! Today on Araw-Araw Filipino, we will learn a new set of enclitics which are nga, daw, or raw, din, or rin. Here are the enclitic particles or mga katagang enclitiko which we learned in the previous lesson, ba, na, and po. But there are more enclitics as you can see on the right side. Now let us put ba, na, and po away and focus on nga, daw, or raw, din, or rin. Let us learn about nga. This is a commonly used word in everyday Filipino, but it does not have a meaning of its own, nor does it have an equivalent in English. But when we use it, it is to validate, emphasize, or make a request. Here is an example conversation showing how to use it. Let's begin with a question. Did you run? Tumakbo ka ba? Did run, tumakbo. You, ka. And ba is an enclitic that we use whenever we're asking a question that is answerable by yes or no. Yes, oo. Really? You ran? Talaga? Tumakbo ka nga? Really? Talaga? Run, tumakbo. And then we use the enclitic nga to validate what the answer was, to ensure that that's true. Yes, oo nga. Now this one adds emphasis. No way, hindi nga. So this is expressing disbelief, right? But also still trying to validate something. Yes, oo nga. Again, to emphasize. Now let us look at how to use nga when making a request. Here is a conversation. Do you have coins? May barya ka ba? Do have, may, you, ka, coins, barya. Actually, what's correct is to say mga barya because it's plural. It's just that in everyday Filipino, we will commonly simply ask, may barya ka ba? We don't bother with the mga barya. Please change 20 pesos. Pakipalit nga ng 20 pesos. Please change, pakipalit. So, she is making a request to have her 20 pesos changed with the coins, right? And so she used nga after the request, which is pakipalit. In everyday Filipino, you will also commonly hear us say, instead of pakipalit, papalit. So, papalit nga ng 20 pesos. Please give me 5 peso coins. Pahingi nga ng 5 peso coins. Please give me is pahingi. You will commonly use this in everyday Filipino when you're asking someone for something. You can say, please give me, pakibigyan ako. But the short way is to say, pahingi, and this is the common way. So that is the request, pahingi, followed by nga. Let us look at some more examples using nga when making a request. This is good. Masarap ito, referring to the snack that she is holding. This, ito. Good, masarap, as in tasty. And here is the request. Can I see? Patingin nga. Can I see? Patingin. Can I have some? Another request. Pahingi nga. Can I have some? Pahingi. Or you can say, can I try? Patikim nga. Can I try? Patikim. So, we only use patikim when it is about trying food. So these are the different ways that we use nga when making a request. Let us learn about daw or raw. We use this to ask or relay what someone else said, someone who is not part of the current conversation. Jane called. Tumawag si Jane. Called, tumawag. And we put si before Jane because in everyday Filipino, we use si before a person's name. What did she say? Ano raw? What did she say has a longer form, which is ano ang sinabi niya. But for this lesson, and because it is commonly used, we are simply using ano raw. What? Ano? Did she say? Whatever she expressed is represented by raw. She asked how you are. Kumusta ka raw? She asked, again, someone else's words is represented by raw. How you are. Kumusta ka? Is she going to visit? Dadalaw raw ba siya? She, siya. Going to visit. Dadalaw, followed by raw. Because he is inquiring if Jane said that she will come and visit. Yes, in October. Oo, sa October raw. Yes, oo, in, sa. Now, we used raw in all of these examples. When do we use raw? Observe the word ano. It ends with a vowel. And that is when we use raw, when it is following a word that ends in a vowel. Kumusta ka raw? Ka ends in a vowel. But what about the third example? Dadalaw raw. Well, W is a consonant, isn't it? And October raw. R is also a consonant. So the rule is we use raw when it is following a word that ends with a vowel or the letters W and R. She is sick. May sakit daw siya. She, siya. Sick, may sakit. And we use daw because the information came from someone else, from Jane. Did she go for a checkup? Nagpatingin daw ba siya? Did go for a checkup. Nagpatingin, meaning to say, did she go to a doctor? Was she seen by a doctor? Nagpatingin. She doesn't want to. Ayaw raw niya. She, niya. Doesn't want to, ayaw. And we use raw because it is following a W. Why? Bakit daw? So why? Bakit? It is expensive. Magastos daw. It is expensive. Magastos. So all they talked about were things that Jane told the other woman. And in all our examples, except for the middle one, ayaw raw, we used daw. In the first one, daw followed sakit, which ends in T, a consonant. In the second one, it followed nagpatingin, which ends in N, a consonant. So the rule is, we use daw whenever it is following a word that is a consonant, except when the consonant is W or R. Now you might think, well, if there are rules to follow when using daw or raw, it means there are also rules for din or rin. And that can be confusing to someone who is learning a new language. And honestly, even to Filipinos like me, I make a mistake in using these words every day. And thanks to one of you who pointed out that I have been using din and rin wrong. So that is why we have this lesson, so that I can let you know what the correct rules are. However, if you happen to be like me who get this wrong all the time, if you interchange daw or raw, din or rin, the person you are talking to, the Filipino you are talking to, will understand and will not say you're using it wrong. Now let us learn about din or rin, which we used to say also or too. I want ice cream. Gusto ko ng ice cream. I, ko. Want, gusto. Me too. Ako rin. Me, ako. Tu, rin. I don't like raisins. Ayaw ko ng pasas. Don't like, ayaw. Raisins, pasas. I also don't like that. Ayaw ko rin yan. Also, rin. That, yan, or iyan. It's just that in everyday Filipino, you'll commonly hear us simply say yan. And honey too. At honey rin. And at. So, what rules do we follow when using rin? So in the first example and the second example, rin followed words that ended with a vowel. But in the third one, honey ends with Y, a consonant. But we used rin. So the rule for rin is whenever it follows a word that ends with a vowel, a Y, or a W. Now, let us look at how to use din. Cake is nice too. Masarap din ang cake. Nice, masarap. Tu, din. I am also fond of cake. Mahilig din ako sa cake. I am, ako. Also, din. Fond, mahilig. Of, sa. And pastries too. At pastries din. And at. And in all of these examples, we used din. What is the rule? Din is used whenever it is following a word that ends with a consonant, except for W and Y. That is our lesson today on enclitics. We will have more in the future. I hope you find this useful. For your homework, practice using the enclitics that we have just learned whenever you speak Filipino. Have fun! I hope you can join us again next time on Araw-Araw Filipino. Thank you. Salamat po. Now, a few words from my son, Max.
Thought this video was cool? Watch the next one and like and subscribe to the channel too if you haven't yet.
Bye-bye!
Bye!